What's up, idols? It's CC Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I was actually completely not planning to film anything today, but I was scrolling, as I do, and I saw something that I really wanted to talk with you guys about. I want to bring attention to a trend that I think should be illegal. Not only is it disturbing, but it's very creepy and invasive. And it's one of the beautiful examples of why social media needs to be regulated. I'm also taking it a little bit personal because the people affected are like my favorite people in K-pop. So it looks like Bangchan and also Felix from Stray Kids are about to go to court.
Yesterday was kind of a warm-up. I feel like round 2, I feel like we can go a bit harder than yesterday. Go harder for round 2?
Bangchan, legal name Christopher Chan Bang, leader of the K-pop group Stray Kids, is taking legal action against a user who uploaded malicious deepfake videos of him on social media. The deepfake videos in question contain explicit sexual remarks and racist content, further intensifying the severity of the issue. On September 5th, the U.S. of the Northern District of California approved Bangchan's request for discovery, allowing Platform X, formerly known as Twitter, to disclose personally identifiable information about the anonymous user for the purpose of a civil lawsuit in Korea. The court granted the application, which was filed without hearing from the other side. With this ruling, Bangchan has cleared the first hurdle necessary to proceed with his defamation lawsuit in Seoul. According to the court filings, Bangchan claimed that 2 X accounts posted and spread deepfake videos that superimposed his face onto footage, making it appear as he had made vulgar, racist, and sexually explicit remarks. He stated the videos are entirely fake, that he never consented to their creation or posting, and that they caused him psychological distress, physical stress, and damage to his reputation as a singer. Now, this isn't new necessarily, because even back in January, I remember hearing about deepfakes going around with Yeonjun, Jungkook, and Bangchan, because there are apps out there, they advertise themselves like, hey, do you want to kiss someone you could never actually kiss in real life? And it shows you upload their picture, upload your picture, now you're kissing. That's disgusting. Yeah, there are videos like this of Yeonjun with people making it look like he's actually there with them, and same with Jungkook, making it look like he's kissing them.
Is this illegal? Hey, ooh, it feels illegal.
Now, I was never like really big on Twitter. I literally only made it in like 2011 because Bruno Mars used to do like an Ask the Dragon segment, and I was like, oh, if I ask him a question, maybe he'll talk to me. After that, because it never worked. But every now and then I would go on and post something, how I feel, whatever, especially back in 2020 with like all the Black Lives Matter and stuff. But I completely got rid of Twitter once Elon took over because it has become a lawless, unregulated landscape. And it's all in the name of, oh, freedom of speech, but it was never about freedom of speech. It's about the freedom to hate and spread hate and violence without consequence. I'm not naked, I'm about to shower. I just wanted to add one more thing. Freedom of speech means you can say what you want and you're not gonna be arrested for it, unless what you say promotes violence or puts other people at risk. Hate speech, for example. Freedom of speech does not mean you are free from consequences. If you call someone the N-word, you might get punched in the face. There are consequences for what we say. Okay. Social media needs regulation, and this is like the perfect example of that. Not only do advertisers not want to be connected in any way to hateful, violent, dangerous rhetoric, but also you can put people in danger. And personally, I have always felt like deepfakes should be illegal. I think AI can be fun if you use it the right way, but let's be real, humans are humans and we will not use it the right way. I remember back in the day, there was like those apps where you could substitute your face onto like a dancing figure and it was funny. But now it's like dangerous. Imagine if someone deepfaked a political leader going to war with someone else or saying something hateful and violent about another world leader, and then there's conflict and then it escalates and danger. We've talked about deepfakes on my channel before because there was a trend going around where a lot of high school students and minors were the target of these deepfakes, making it look like they were doing sexually inappropriate things. People would threaten to release that if they didn't comply with whatever demand they had. I feel so refreshed seeing idols like stand up for themselves in this way. I'm like, get him, boy, go get her done. Like, sue this fucking loser, set a precedent, let people know that if you do this, there are consequences. I can't find the videos and stuff about Bangchan, but I did see a still from one, and it made it appear that he was saying the N-word. That is so low. And I'm grateful to the judge for cooperating. Her name is Beth Labson Freeman. But California's always been really chill, so. I'm not that familiar with Twitter, but I do feel like pre-Elon Musk, Twitter would have taken these videos down. Like, all it would have taken was a few people reporting it and it would have been taken down. Now, I can't imagine what it looks like on Twitter. I just imagine everyone being racist and hateful and promoting violence, and everyone's at risk. Like, I don't want no part of Twitter. I don't do Twitter. But the fact that this is a trend, why? I know people say sometimes there's not enough grass in the world, but people really need to touch it. So yeah, I am proud of Felix and I am proud of Bangchan for taking legal action, and I'm happy that things are moving along because this is serious. Like I said, it's a slippery slope. Imagine, God forbid, someone puts out like a deep fake of some idol committing a crime or doing something illegal. It gets to the company and they're like, oh, we can't have this, even if it's fake, even though it's fake. Oh, we can't have this connected with your reputation. This isn't a good look. I'm sorry, we gotta let you go. You need to go on hiatus. It's like what happened with that member from The Boys. Like, even though he said he didn't do anything with the porn star and the porn star said they didn't do anything together and that they didn't even really talk, the rumors got out there that he had hooked up with her and he got kicked out of the group. So it is a slippery slope and it's dangerous and it's deeply disturbing. And like I said, I felt this personally because last night I'm just scrolling and I see Bangchan to take legal action. I was like, oh no, what's happening? For those who don't know, Bangchan is like one of my top 4. He's like my ultimate favorite. I love that man. Respectfully. I have always felt that not only should deepfakes be illegal everywhere, full stop, but I also think you should not be able to make social media accounts where you pretend to be someone else. I think that should also be illegal. I feel like that's identity theft. Like, personally, I've always felt that if you make social media, you need to like be yourself. Like, there needs to be some sort of way to connect your ID or your identity to your account so people know who you are. But I'm malleable in that view. I'm flexible because someone, when I said that in a video a while ago, someone did make a really good point. Like, what if someone is speaking out against some, like a whistleblower situation, or someone is speaking out against like the war in their country and their identity being known could put them at risk. Like, that I understand. But I just feel like it's too easy for people to set up accounts online and be whoever they want to be. Even when I used to watch Catfish, I don't really watch anymore since Cammy left, but even when I used to watch Catfish, there was like this one case where a guy was pretending to be an OnlyFans model and like he was subscribed to her content. So he had access to the videos that she posted and he would send those to this guy he was catfishing and get money from him and get things from him. And this guy started to get angry. Like, you said you would do this, you said you pay me back. Now imagine if this guy who got catfished saw the real OnlyFans model in the street and hurt her or beat the shit out of her because he thought she owed her money, even though she has no idea who he is. You should not be allowed to be anyone online but yourself. I think everyone has the right to some sort of anonymity, but I think the minute you are caught being someone else or portraying yourself as someone else, that should be a crime. Full stop. I'm proud of Bangchan, I'm proud of Felix, I'm proud of anybody who stands up for themselves and take legal matters into their own hands. I don't think you should be allowed to manipulate the image or actions of someone else to make it look like they did or said something they didn't. And yeah, I think deepfakes should just be illegal. What good are they? I think the risk outweighs the reward. Or like, there needs to be some sort of permanent watermark right in the front so everyone knows it is fake. And even that is a reach because I don't like deepfakes. I'm just trying to be like flexible. So yeah, guys, that is that's it. That's all, folks. I honestly hope that more idols and more celebrities speak out about this and take legal action, because there needs to be some sort of like accountability, something to set a precedent to make people not want to risk doing this or not want to do this. To know that even if you do this under the guise of anonymity, a judge may say, oh, here's your information and your identity. Now you can go sue them. Deal with them consequences out of your pocket. So yeah, guys, that is it. Before I go, I do want to say yesterday, after yesterday's upload, I uploaded a story time on Patreon that is like crazy. So like last week we did a Jimjilbang hookup story time in Korea. And this week, yesterday, we got a sequel to that, like the follow up, what happened when they met up after hooking up in a Jimjilbang. So that story's there. It's definitely spicy. We like a little bit of spice, don't we? So link below in the description if you want to be a patron and if you want to have access to that story and other story times that are too inappropriate and too spicy for YouTube. We had matching gin cocktails and we were drinking a lot. I definitely knew that I had to slow down. We both did. Throughout the day, here and there, we talked and hinted about maybe having sex again later that night, so I wanted to make sure neither of us were too drunk to partake. We got some water, we got some air, and at this point we actually didn't want to go back to any more lounges or clubs. We were finally ready for some alone time. At this point it's after midnight, meaning we've been out together in the public for over 13 hours. I assumed we'd get a hotel somewhere, but he told me we can just go to his home. I was like, wait, you live alone? He says, of course, I'm an adult, what do you mean? I personally don't know any Koreans who live alone, so I was actually very impressed and excited for some privacy.
A few moments later.
I felt my eyes roll back and I felt it building, but then I panicked because I suddenly felt like I had to pee and couldn't control it. I was like, OMG, I drank way too much, but it turns out, I guess that's how it feels when you squirt. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong!